Keep it moist as you go, and keep it moist behind you. It needs to be kept moist 3 to 5 days. If you don't do that, because it's thin, you'll get check cracks. Do they really damage anything? No. They don't look very good. And the damper I can keep this for the first 3 to 5 days, inside and out, the better off I am. If I can wet it down morning, noon, and night, particularly at night before I go to bed, for the first 3 to 5 days, until this has a chance to cure, and really cure hard. The more water and the wetter I keep this, and the more I do that right, the harder this plaster will get quicker. And that's your friend in this case, because you can't do anything more here until this plaster, you hit on it with a hammer, it rings like a bell. You can be working on the floor. Now you can lower the floor even at the shallow end by pouring, again, this would be our fill line coming straight across here for our shallow end, but here's our concrete line here. And if we're going to insulate that, then we're going to have this insulation between the two. But at the shallow end of the pool, the top of concrete now would be here. So I can make the pool 4 inches deeper. Now, we did most of them where we would put some gravel against the bottom of this. Idea there is, when you're building 15, 20 pools at a time, I don't want concretes going up and down the truck, the road like a yo-yo. I want to pour this floor and this beam, if I can, at the same time. The only way I can do that is get a little gravel against this bottom to help hold it while I put it in my pea gravel up to this 40-inch level, which you'll notice on the pictures. That's what we did. Okay. Now we have pre-cut this. Once this is set up, one other thing I'll point out here, and that is, this is a star picket. What is a star picket? When I first heard that, I've been in construction 45 years, built 40-story buildings, but I don't know what a star picket is. It is nothing more than a metal fence post that you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. It took me forever to figure out what that was. They'd used the term out of the country. Didn't make any sense. If you don't want to use a star picket, you can use a number 7 a piece of rebar, harder to cut, and I think a star picket works better. This is the tie back that you see being driven through the base here and coming up into the beam. Now, that is put in as you're building, and when you got the walls all like you want them, and you got them vertical and they're straight up and down. Now we drive this star picket in and we pour liquid grout, again bought at Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store, and we only pour it to this height. We pour it 40 inches. And why? We're going to encase that whole top of that in concrete a little bit later. Now this is called a temporary tie back, because if you notice, it goes back here to a stake. We use a number 9 galvanized wire and wrap it around and twist it and make it tight after the grout is dried. This helps hold the inside corners and straight walls straight. And if you're building a straight wall pool, a lot of times we will run a board right along here from this side of the pool to the other side of the pool, what we call a kicker. And we want to keep this wall straight. I'm a commercial builder by trade, and plumb straight and level is all I know. If it isn't those two things, then you have a problem with me. But I want this wall plumb. I want it level at the top.